Okay, in this video, what we're going to cover is the different hose loads that we have on all of our trucks. This is Bush 311. It's a summer deployment only truck, so it's equipped as an initial attack, but then also as structural protection. So it's got some 2.5 here, some forestry line here, some couplings and that sort of thing. In the hose bed itself in the back, what we use here on this truck, it's all flat loads, right? So we're going to talk about the flat loads in a different video. Well, we've got a flat load 1.75 inch, flat load 2.5 supply line. Also sometimes comes with a nozzle, and then another flat load 1.75 inch on the back of this truck. Up on the side of the truck here, you'll see there's an inch booster line or a hose reel, and that's connected to our calf system on this truck. Okay, on engine 311, this is our frontline engine, so it has a significant amount of hose line on it. Here in the first compartment, this is our high-rise setup. So we've got two setups with high-rise. We've got 2.5 in the form of a Denver pack. And then as we move to the back of the truck, what we've got here is our large diameter hose or high vol, which is 4.5 inch, and that's in a flat load. And then we've got two pre-connect 1.75 inch, the blue one and the red one. And these are what we call a modified Minuteman hose load, or a split modified Minuteman hose load. They're modified in the sense that they're split, but then also they're 200 feet instead of the standard 150 feet for a Minuteman hose load. The 2.5 pre-connect, that's in what we call a triple layer load. And we'll talk about that also in another video. Then here we've also got a 2.5 inch supply line that comes with a gated Y. And then another component of our initial attack or high-rise attack right here. In this part of the bed, we've got the 1.75 inch, what's sometimes called a Cobra pack or a Metro pack, or even in Cleveland, they call it a Cleveland hose load. Here we just call it a Metro pack. As we move over to ladder 311, on the side here in the pump panel, we've got some cross lays in the form of speed lays. And all of these speed lays are the same. We've got a 2.5 inch speed lay. We've got an 1.75 inch speed lay, and then another 1.75 inch speed lay here. And these bins come out as well. These are also a modified Minuteman hose load. Modified in the sense, once again, that they're 200 feet, but then modified so that we can pull this hose on both sides of the truck. And we'll show that to you when we get to the other side of the truck. As we come around to the rear of the ladder, in this bed here, we've got two different types of hose. Once again, we've got our 4.5 inch LDH, or large diameter hose supply line, and that's done in a flat load. And then also we've got the 2.5 inch supply line, and that's also done in a flat load, and that flat load there has also got a gated Y on it. As we move over to engine 312, this will probably be our last summer with this truck. So it's set up in a structural protection format as a structural protection engine, or a type 1 or type 2 engine. On the side here, once again, modified Minuteman hose load, 1.75 inch structural line. Modified again in the sense that it's 200 feet on this truck. In the middle, we've got an inch protection line, and that's for the driver in a structural protection context where they can pull that hose line, and that's an inch of forestry line. They can pull that to protect the truck. And then we've also got an 1.5 inch forestry line here that's once again set up in a modified Minuteman. That's 100 feet, that booster line there. And then that's 200 feet on that in that bed right there. And then as we come around to the rear of the truck, okay, in this side here, a little bit of 1.75 inch that's all set up in a flat load. And you can see all of the back of this truck is set up in a flat load. We've got our hard suction on the back here, as well as some large diameter hose, which is set up in the flat load. And then once again here, we've got the 2.5 with a flat load, and this one's hanging out a little bit further because it's got the nozzle on it. And that's the hose loads that we have on all of our trucks.